Hey, it's me, your good buddy, Matt D. I don't know what I'm pointing at myself for here. I'm so excited to get into the game garage. Dude, you know why? Because it's cold. It's cold. I'm in Michigan. It's already gotten cold here. Maybe want to get through this episode a little faster. Don't know what I'm going to do when winter comes. The game garage is a little cold. Another thing, didn't quite think about in the old pumpkin head right here. Anyway, let's get into it. Last week, we did Alvin and the Chipmunks DS and Nintendo license game. Today, I thought I was bringing for you the Squeakquel. Let's talk a little bit about this. I thought I was going to bring you the Squeakquel. I thought I had it loose, which I might have it loose, but I don't know where it is because I've got a bunch of games, and they're not really in order, and they're definitely not in alphabetical order. Trust me, this whole thing helps. But I just really want to talk about how many games the DS has. Like, just real quick. Like, not only do I not have the Squeakquel, and I know you're all very disappointed, I don't have Chipwrecked, which I think is the third Squeakquel in the Alvin and the Simon and Theodore Chipmunks DS trilogy. They actually have more movies than that. It really became like A Land Before Time and other things. It's kind of become its own thing. Anyway, there are so many games from here to there, from here to here, that I don't have. I don't have Animal Boxing. It's the only one I can think of. I really want Animal Boxing. Anyway, at some point in the future, there's going to have to be like retroactive episodes where I go back and talk about maybe like the Squeakquel or Chipwrecked when I have it. Except today is Upside Down Day. Is America's, of course, another licensed game. But this time it is America's Next Top Model. Which, by the way, check this out. That's like in a, like got some like crunchiness in it. That's like a raised. Yeah, it feels nice. It's a good cover. It's well. Okay, wait, hold on. I say that, but okay. All right, let me. I'm gonna read the back first. It's over there. It's over there. America's Next Top Model. Become the catwalk star. Written in red! Exclamation point. Start your own modeling career and prove your talent to the judges during photo shoots on the catwalk and through your overall style. That's true. Limos! Exclamation point. Shopping! Exclamation point. Fitness! Exclamation point. Clothes! Exclamation point. Makeovers! Exclamation point. Fierce competition! Exclamation point. Stand up against the other models, but never lose sight of your goal. Becoming America's Next Top Model. Huge 3D world with villa, city, and luxury hotel. That is absolutely true, by the way. Like, this universe is needlessly huge. I'll get back to that in a second. I never got to that luxury hotel. I don't even want to get into that. 4 playable models featuring 13 fashion styles, including 60s/70s. That's 2 decades. Two whole decades in fashion style. Romantic. By the way, that's the week I'm on right now. That's week 3. I don't know what that means. And underground. Also, I only made it to week 3. I don't know what that means. 4 playable models. I don't know if that's just 4 skin colors you can choose from. I honestly. So I felt while I was playing this, I felt I should have grabbed it. I felt a lot like All-Star Cheer Squad. I was getting a lot of All-Star Cheer Squad vibes. Sorry, I wanted to stop real quick because I wanted to find my really important notes. I wrote these really great notes so I wouldn't get lost in what I was doing. Yeah, see, I've got Animal Boxing, I've got Squeakquel. Now I'm talking about the cover, which is a little weird. Okay, so read this. Nice. It wants to be All-Star Cheer, but like okay. Nice. Boom boom boom. Got some gameplay in the back. There's the lipstick, obviously. Here's some gameplay footage that you can't really see. Excellent. But here's what I want to get into. Like this graphic design here, which normally I like this kind of thing. This kind of, oh, look, it overlaps in this weird, interesting design thing. Except, when it's sitting in your collection, it kind of fucks with you a little. Can we go to a clip? Can we go to a clip? Oh, yeah, look at that right there. Yeah, that's not very good. You can't really trying to get at that there, and looks like there's something right there, and you just can't quite get. Ooh, yeah, you just can't quite get that thing. Yeah, I'm trying to. Nope, it's on there for good, forever, right there, forever. So, all this is to say is that playing these types of games has ruined my brain on these types of games. Because as I was playing this, I thought this was Gem 10. Because it does. It has this incredibly huge 3D world, which at first is like super impressive until you realize that like, so okay, I got into like week 3 and then I just kind of like I just ran out of time because the game just takes impossibly long because there are 11, it goes on for like 11 weeks. Like you got to go through all the contestants. You got to do every week, and every week has every day in it. Well, they give you weekends off. I guess that's nice. But you're just kind of doing endless chores, and most of those chores are just going from like mini game to mini game in a precise order or in a precise time, because like these mini games represent chores that your model has to do. So you have to, so some days like maybe you only have to like go to the photo shoot, but before you go to the photo shoot you should really redo your makeup. You should really figure out if your outfit's okay, and you should probably get a little bit of exercise in because you kind of want to be fit before your photo shoot. So you got to do all those like little mini games and then go talk to the guy to get the best point score. By the way, I'm crushing it in this game, yo. Dude, I'm gonna be the America's Next Top Model. That's not in my fashion choices are great. Dude, I am hitting 900, 1,000 on those, which I think is the top. It's not hard. They give you a code, and I'm a genius. But you got to do like all those kind of like mini games before you go do maybe the one thing you have to like the photo shoot for the day, and then you have to go back to bed. But all of this is like you're in the villa, so you got to walk down to the driver, and then you've got to go to 4 other locations, and then the shooting location, then back to the driver who can take you back to the villa, so then you can go back home. And it's so big and weird, and the geometry is a little funny. So there's a lot of times you're playing the game where you're both looking at your character and looking at the map screen, because it's almost easier to see where you're going by looking at the tiny dot at the map screen. Again, to compare this to a little bit to All-Star Cheer Squad, again, which actually I enjoyed more, because the girls in All-Star Cheer Squad are bitchier. And insofar, it seemed like it had more of a story, like Wolf Squad was just gonna like hate your shit no matter what. This you have like, gosh, I hate to call them dialogue trees because they're not, but you get a little bit of alternate dialogue. Some of them are crazy. Some of them are like, and you can be like friends with people, or they can dislike you, they can love you, they could probably even hate you and go further than dislike. There's some stuff that your character can say to other characters like, hey, that nose job was a really great idea. Like, why would you say that to anybody at all? Ever. You know, it's like, so sometimes your character will say like, can say bitchy shit, or sometimes she can just say like clueless shit. It's yeah, it's kind of funny that way. Anyway, so like I said, I made it to week 3. I don't know if in the future weeks, if being friends with people or kind of those dialogue trees like start adding up to anything. Unlike Cheer Squad, where I kind of wanted to play because I was kind of just like actually getting involved with the story, this I'm kind of like, how do the mechanics work out in the future? But again, it takes forever. So like at the end of every week, it's always down to you and one other girl. And so far, that first week, they have all 11, 12, a lot of girls. And they go through each one. Montana, you're going to the next round. Dakota, state names, you're going to the next round. Virginia, you're going to the next round. Washington, you're going to the next. Not in the game, or I'm just making these up. But they literally go through all of the names, and the whole time there's this like really cheesy like carnival music. I don't know, it's really weird. The music in this is not up to par. It's almost like a real good game. That's what's really hijacking my brain. It's like there's parts of it that are like, holy shit, this is like a real game. Like, unlike some of these things that I've been playing that are barely hitting game. This is game, and this is taking a long, like, this will take me a long time. Like, just to get through all 10 weeks, we're talking about hours of gameplay. Like, if I got to week 10 and then got bounced, I'm never playing this game again. By the way, real quick, the 2 other girls that had this in the 3 save slots, I got slot number 3. The 2 other girls, I can't remember, have the names of the era. Brooklyn was save slot number 2, which I loved. I was like, oh, Brooklyn. What a great mid-2000s name. Anyway, I'm never going to get rid of this game. I actually have a lot of like emotional connection to, just one last thing real quick. I've got a lot of emotional connection to America's Next Top Model. Like, I will, like, this is like a thing where I'm like, every now and then you get these things, these IPs that you're just like, oh, this one. Because this one I connect to, because like in the mid-aughts when this was out, I was dating this girl, and basically we basically, she always had some side thing going. She always had like some side piece going, which drove me crazy. So I always had a side piece going. So this is during the era where I had a plan B, and that, dude, it was an ugly era, but I was dating this girl, and she would come over every week because I had a VCR, and I would tape America's Next Top Model for her because her next door neighbor was on the show. I think it was season 2. She made it all the way to the end. She didn't win. I'm spacing on her name. It's fine. But yeah, like, so I would tape it for her every week, and then every week she would come over, like it was on Wednesday, and like, yeah, maybe we would watch it like Thursday or sometimes Wednesday night. I can't remember. I think we had like a night that we had, which was weird. Like maybe Wednesday, maybe it was on Tuesdays. But like, yeah, we'd just come over and just be kind of romantic, but it wasn't like dating. It was interesting. It was like my first real foray into kind of adulting, sort of. It was like play adulting. And for that, like, I always have like a really sweet memory towards this. Like, beautiful women coming over to the house just to watch something I recorded on a VCR, and I would make a dinner, and then we would just kind of like be nice and hold hands. It was like sort of romantic, like sexy times would happen, but like it was more like nice times. Yeah. And that's what this game is, really. Nice times. Like, just kind of walking around and just kind of doing stuff. Really, that's what it is. Walking around and looking good. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with walking around and looking good. Oh, yeah. Well, what are you guys playing? Have you guys ever played any of these games? Am I the only one playing these games ever in the world? I don't know. Like, subscribe, square. Subscribe, square? Likes, like, subscribe, square. Yeah, everything helps. We're turning this channel around, yo. This is becoming a thing. Everyone's watching the Game Garage. Anyway, love y'all. Next time, another game in alphabetical order. And yeah, you do you do you. Yeah, actually, I have a lot of really strong positive memories about America's Next Top Model. Like, really strong emotional opinions about this show. Yeah. Really, that era really meant a lot to me. Yeah, I know, right? Weird.